If you or somebody that you care about is suffering from polycystic ovary syndrome, you need to hear this. There's some research and information on this that could be life-changing. The problem is nobody's talking about it. These are some of the external symptoms we see when somebody has PCOS. They often gain weight and it's very stubborn, very hard to lose. Another, they have skin problems, including sometimes facial hair, irregular periods, infertility, high testosterone levels, and lots of other problems are just the beginning of the PCOS symptoms. Sadly, a lot of women have these symptoms right now, and they don't know that they have PCOS. And that's because PCOS is usually detected when somebody's actively trying to have a baby and is infertile. So all the women that aren't actively trying to have a baby may have these symptoms, and they may feel broken and hopeless because they're putting on weight and experiencing some of these other things. And those are just the problems you can see above the surface. The root problem is what we're interested in. And the root problem is insulin resistance. This is the CDC's website. They say women with PCOS are often insulin resistant. They often can get all these other health problems, especially if they're overweight. Type 2 diabetes, heart disease, high blood pressure, sleep apnea. The good news is there are natural ways to attack the root problem, the insulin resistance. Insulin resistance is caused by having too much glucose in our bloodstream, which in turn gives us too much insulin in our bloodstream. And when we bathe ourselves in insulin over a long period of time, we develop insulin resistance. Our cells become resistant to the insulin. Now wait till you see the research I'm about to show you. A science company in the United States of America was able to prove that by drinking a blend of soluble and insoluble plant fibers before your meals, glucose and insulin levels were able to be controlled by between 20 and 28%. This is huge. This is the study. It was done at the University of Sydney, the home of the glycemic index. These doctors, these scientists have done more work on blood sugar and insulin control than anybody else that I'm aware of. They found that by drinking one packet prior to eating resulted in a 20% reduction in blood glucose levels, and 2 packets was a 28% reduction. Now, there's also some very interesting studies on the benefits of intermittent fasting for potentially reversing or at least controlling the symptoms of insulin resistance. By intermittent fasting, people are able to keep their insulin levels and glucose levels low throughout the day. Then by taking the fiber product before the meals, they're able to have much better success than they would on their own. I hope that this message finds somebody that's struggling with these symptoms. If we can address the insulin resistance, a lot of these other problems may resolve themselves. There's a link in my bio for anybody that might want to read more or get information on the study.